So for bearded dragons, the main thing that we're going to be feeding them are crickets and locusts. So here, this is the size of cricket that we would feed a dragon this big. You'd maybe go up a size or two for a fully grown adult dragon. We also have here some locusts. Both of these, as I said, are perfectly good for the main part of the animal's diet. These ones are probably a little bit big for one this size, but they'd be perfect for an adult. So typically you can give treats for bearded dragons. Something like fruit beetle grubs are perfect for an adult. You can see we have some big ones just in here. And we also have mealworms and morio worms. For a juvenile this size, we would probably go with just regular mealworms. We do also have some morio worms you can see here. These would be perfect for an adult. You can also feed them as a treat waxworms. We have a few here. These are quite fatty, so it's not something we recommend to be a common part of their diet, but it will work as like a little treat once or twice a week. So generally, to keep our live food alive, we like to transfer it into another container. If you just have like a small single tub, a live food care kit like this is perfect. It comes with everything you need to keep them, 2 small trays for food and water. There is normally we would just use the cardboard cutouts, the egg box from inside the tub, just to give a little bit more cover inside the enclosure. It also has some of these really handy little tubes that go in, and all that happens is the insects go up the tube. You can just pull them out and then tap them out into the enclosure, and it works really, really well for feeding them easily. We also have a larger tub here for if you have, say, a very large animal, or you have multiple and you're buying multiple tubs at the same time. A tub like this size may be better for you. As for food and water for the insects, typically we're feeding them on veg, similar sort of veg that you would be feeding your dragon anyway. Things like leafy salads and kale and spring greens are really what we do prefer to feed them. You can also offer them, we have here bug grub, it's like a bran mix. This will work well as both a substrate and a supplementary food source along with the veg. For water, we typically recommend something like bug gel or the jelly pots you can see over here. This is because insects aren't the smartest and tend to not do too well with just open bowls of water. So we give them a nice, safe water source that they can drink from without any risk of them drowning. You can see here we've got one of our beautiful bearded dragons here, one of our juveniles. We're doing this little tub here. Have a few waxworms and some smaller mealworms. We're just going to see who's going to take them. They haven't been out for very long, so let's see. No? I love working with animals. It works every time. Whenever you want them to do something, it just works perfectly. There we go. Finally spotted them. Let's see if we can take these two as well. So these, like I said, mealworms and waxworms are perfect for a treat. As you can see, he's lapping them up there once he realised they were there. We tend to not give them too much because they can become almost a little addicted to them. They're quite fatty and they do really enjoy them, but obviously if you feed them too much of them, they may become overweight. There is also the additional aspect of locusts and crickets where they do provide good hunting. Obviously if you're just feeding them an animal that's just on the ground all the time, it's not very good hunting for them, so there is that, they're losing that part of their stimulation. So another thing that we do also do is provide additional nutrients through powders. So here we have, grab the bearded dragon before he makes a runner. So here we have Nutribol and our Calci Dust. So the Nutribol basically contains everything that the Calci Dust does, but with a few extra things. Typically what we do is one day we'll dust with the Calci Dust, and then the next day we'll do the Nutribol, and we'll alternate between the two. This just means that they don't get too much of some of the vitamins that are in here. It's typically not going to be too much of an issue, but it's just something we do to avoid any potential problems. We do sell all of these products in store and on our website. We also have lists in store and again on our website of good veg that is perfect for the animal. Okay, So that's the end of our stream. We'll be back next week. If you have any ideas of what you want us to cover,